Hello. When you are somebody who is a person who loves hard and loves well, and you have a great relationship with friends, family, your children, your parents, whatever, your narcissist sees that. Your narcissist sees that. And they see that you love well. And they want to be a part of that, even though they can't possibly ever really be a full part of that. In fact, my narcissist, that's how he sold himself to me. Oh, I see how hard you love I really want to be a part of that. You seem to be so close with your parents. You love so hard. You're close with your brother, your cousin, blah, blah, blah. I want to be a part of that. Okay. They definitely see all in that same vein that you were a great person to love them. They know that, meaning you gave them great love, in other words, is what I'm saying. You're a good person, they see that, and that you gave great love. Even if they can't get it together, they don't want you to bestow that great love upon anybody else. They don't want you to have the treatment that you had to them, have that treatment be towards somebody else. That'll make them nuts. They try to keep coming around and keeping you away from any possibility of loving somebody else because they can't fathom, first of all, that would make them lose you for good, right? If you found somebody else, you definitely wouldn't entertain them anymore, I would hope. So they're going to do anything they can to prevent you from moving on. Even if they did move on already and they're with new supply and whatever, they're going to keep trying you and everything. They don't want you to have a chance to move on just for fun. Just for fun, they'll do that. Doesn't have to be a reason. And you might say, well, they love me so much, they keep They don't love us. We waste a lot of time trying to make them love us. And they just don't. They didn't. They can't. And they won't. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. But I don't want anyone allowing others to dictate how they continue to try to treat them. Because we really put in the effort, don't we? And it's, well, in the hopes that you'll get them to love you. That's the bottom line of why we do everything. We want them to love us the way that we love them. And I'm here to tell you, at some point, you just have to leave it alone. We become obsessed with showing them. And then we think, oh, they'll see. If I do all this, then they'll see. Then they'll see how they could love me back. They're going to see how I love them so much. And then they're going to see, okay, yeah, I have to love her. Look how much she loves. There was another narcissist in my life, not a romantic partner, that I had to cut off. And I'm telling you, it was definitely a situation where I had just had enough. And I thought, no more disrespect, no more being mistreated, just no more, no more. And I don't let that person occupy any space any longer in my brain. I don't discuss them with people. I don't think about them, except this moment, it's pertinent and I'm telling you about it. But they are like air. I don't even have hate for this person. It's more complete apathy. Because I got to the point that I just feel nothing. I don't have an interest in trying. I lost the interest long ago to even try. And some people, I realized from that person that there are some people you just cannot reach. That isn't on me. That's on them. We shouldn't take the negativity that they ooze from their pores and allow it into us. That person that I had to cut off, I have nothing to do with all the negativity that they feel. regardless of what their side of the story and their twisted brain might be. The reality is, the non-delusional reality is, that is on them. Because I'm sitting here at peace, not stirred up at all or bothered. And I'm positive that person is still in turmoil over this situation. I can only handle so much negativity from somebody. Only a certain amount. And it's a lot. A lot. I have a high tolerance for pain. But at some point, you have to just decide when you've had enough. And that is how we should be towards our narcissist partner. Stopping them from being allowed to dictate how we go ahead with our lives. They'll toy with you just to keep you from moving on. And they don't want you to even be able to get to love somebody else. They don't even want you to have that chance. Regardless of whether or not they're doing it, they'll shoot you a text. See the other reasons that they try to contact you after a breakup. A little text, a little message, a little knock on your door, a little email, whatever it is. They'll try to keep them on your mind just enough that you think they might still change or come around, or it's really cruel. Because, and by the way, they won't change or come around or see eye to eye with you or end up making sense to you. My advice is go ahead and love someone else. Allow yourself. When you're ready. Stop waiting for them. I see a lot of people do that. Well, I'm not really, dating right now. He might come around. They're waiting for their narcissist. Now, to not date like I'm doing because you're dissecting and you're trying to figure out your own brain and what's happening, and my discernment, I saw very evidently, was very off. So I'm working on that. That's a different reason to not be with somebody. But when you're ready and you want to go, please allow yourself to love someone else. Do not allow the narcissist to keep you one foot, behind the line of, say this is the line and you've moved on now. But you just can't make yourself think about loving someone else. Don't allow 1 foot to stay behind where the narcissist was in the hopes that they're going to come after you. Because you know what? They never really loved us. Because they're not capable. But they absolutely don't want us to be able to put the great love we showed them onto somebody else. They definitely don't want that. They know how good the love was. They know how you treated them. They know that. They're not people that walk around with their heads in the sand. They saw the relationship. They saw what they had with you, how you treated them. It would kill them to think that you were giving that to somebody else. But that's tough, isn't it? That's tough. Life isn't fair. Oh well, narcissist, sorry. Because in reality is, you will be giving that love to somebody else eventually. If you've left them. I don't anticipate any one of us to live alone the rest of our lives. Why? We're going to pine away, and that, many women do that. Well, if I just sit here and pine away, then he'll see how much I love him, and then he'll come back. No, that won't happen either. Because they're not thinking of you sitting there pining away. They're out and about, having a blast, doing their life. A fake blast. We've talked about that. It's not a real blast. But they're trying to make you think, why are you going to not be able to love somebody else? I guarantee you the first healthy relationship any one of us have after is going to be another time that we look and say, oh my God, I can't believe I did that for a while with that guy. And he's going to look really unattractive to you. Those days are coming for you. I promise. But do not let them make you think you can't take all of what you are and give it to somebody else who's deserving of you. And don't let yourself hold back from someone you meet that is deserving of you. Let yourself still believe in all of that. They really put a damper on it all, and they really make us think we can't go forward and love other people, and like they were the end all. Well, wouldn't it be great if you did a turnaround and one day they caught on and they were like, wow, so there is another recipient of all that great love. She found her way. Of course we're going to find our way. We're not narcissists. Unless one of you, maybe you are a narcissist. But of course we're going to find our way. I fully anticipate being in a nice relationship one day and bestowing the love I have to give upon someone and receiving what they have from the person. Of course. But they don't want you to. So they're going to keep interrupting your life with little blips of them, just enough to make you could be trucking along, falling in love with somebody else. And boom, all it takes is a little reminder of them, and they know it. So a little text, a little call. This is why they say block. And if that's going to ill affect you, this is why they say to block them. Because don't let anything that they try to get your way infiltrate your space anymore. They don't deserve any space. They don't deserve any space. I don't care if your space is empty and there's not a new person for a year. They don't deserve any space. So please don't allow your experience with the narcissist or the narcissist themselves with continued communication to try to keep you from giving the love that you're capable of giving to another deserved person. Because you could meet the greatest person alive tomorrow and start on a new journey with a new person. Allow that narcissist to escape your mind and exit your mind, body, and soul and be able to live your life for you. They are no longer your priority. You are your priority. Chin up.